flourish.
Yes. Yes. Poo, 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 poo. Fuck off, you watch me from home, bitch. Poo, poo. Shut the fuck up.
A very high level of petty. That's the tag I'm going to give this. A very high level of petty. You guys, this is the first time I'm seeing this kind of thing in Big Brother house. Like, I never see this kind of thing before. My glasses are reflecting the light. I don't know, but I'm not seeing very well. But yeah, I never see this kind of thing before. I never see this kind of thing before. Have you guys seen it? Yo, tonight was a lot. It was a whole lot. Yeah, exactly. And now it's saying highest level of petty. Yeah, that was the highest level of petty. So let's just talk about how the live eviction show went down. So many comments are just coming in. Like, I knew that today's live eviction show commentary and conversation is going to be hot. But if you're currently live here, if you're on the live stream, please give this video a thumbs up and just let me know if the audio is fine, everything is fine, sound check, video check, everything check. Let me not just read the comments now. Let's get straight to the voting polls. Yeah, the voting polls. Let's see how it went down with the nominations and their positions. So Rhuthee and her pair have been evicted from the Big Brother Ninja house. I'm sure you guys know that already. We're going to talk about that right now. And for the voting polls, Streeze and Flourish were also at the bottom. And the way this eviction went, let me go back to the other video. The way this eviction went, it was so unexpected. It was so unexpected in the sense that Ebuka already called Streeze, and judging by the time, we felt like, okay, it was just one eviction, right? And then the next thing, he went back and he said, the next pair flourish. I was like, oh, wow, double eviction. For the first time this season, they did a double eviction. So, yeah, Flourish and Streeze are out of the house currently. So, how did the live eviction show went? Good. The less voted went home. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, they were bottom two pairs, so that's kind of fair in a way. So when they called them out and then that they were to go home, that's Flourish. The twins just that's when it's almost like it activated their petty, activated their their everything in them, their hormones, everything, and then they had to like rub it in her face. She responded a bit before she left, right? What do you guys think about that, first of all? And then for the live eviction show and how everything went, let's not jump things because I was about to do that now. Let's not jump things. Let's just start let's start by talking about the questions that Ibuka asked. Ibuka asked Nelly why she spoke about Chinwe the way she did, and um let me bring out that video. So Ebuka told her that judging by the way so Thursday their arena games went, their Friday arena games went, and no, they are not arena games, their weekly wager presentation, that she blamed some people in the house for being the cause, and she mentioned Chinwe as one of the people that made it happen. That's why was she mentioned? Why was Chinwe mentioned? And Nelly was like that. She felt like Chinwe intentionally wanted to make her reign unbearable. And Ibuka was like, why do you think it was intentional? And then Nelly now answered that she hates me. It's obvious she hates me. And that there are certain things that have happened in the house that have shown that. One being the situation with the jewelry bag. I've given you guys that gist already. So the jewelry bag situation, she said that after she told Chinwe, she was still calling her names, and that yesterday, like for the party, when they brought their outfits and somebody said that they were wearing the same outfits, Chinwe just kept her face somehow, and that at the end of the day the clothes fit her better. So what's the issue? So she went straight to, she hit everything. She didn't even miss words at all. She just went straight to saying she hates me and all of that.
She hates me, it's obvious. It's calling me arm robber. Waiting rich like that, Ebuka. And then I know she makes some funny faces. Even yesterday, when they brought the clothes for us to wear, they told her I was wearing the same thing with her. She didn't have this like, hey, it still fits me past her, so
It still fits me past her. More like kind of like the clothes fit her better. So it's just like it still fits me past her. So just look at you guys, look at Anthony, look at what he's doing. Instead of him to come and do video. But it's fine. That's just her response. And I actually like the fact that she didn't mince words. She went straight to the point just to say what was on her mind instead of trying to like beat around the bush. Now they also asked the twins a question. They were like, some people in the house usually have been like of the opinion that Handi is always with Wanni, even when she's with Sean. Almost everything they do together, so it's almost like they are in some kind of trio. I mean, a trio relationship. That what do they have to say about it? And Handi was like, they enjoy her company, she enjoys their company, everything is good over there, and that other people should focus on what they came to the house to do. She even used the F word, and Ebuka was like, language. She used the F word, and she was just expressing herself. And then her sister also now said, I enjoy your company, da 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 da. Now give her a peck on the lips. I say, okay now. Wahala for who no gets to his sister.
I enjoy their company, they enjoy my company. Whoever's saying shit in the house, they're just fucking jealous. They should go get in trouble if they want to. Sorry, it's nobody's business. Everybody should focus on what they came into this house to do and leave me and my sister and Sean's relationship out of the mouth. Period. Can you watch you around, baby? Okay, fair enough.
Wahala. Oh, wahala for who no gets to his sister. So she was just saying, she just responded to that saying everybody should mind their business, basically. Mind the business that pays you. So everybody mind the business that pays you. I will mind the business, this is their business because it pays me. So that's what that's how she responded to that. And then Ibuka addressed the situation with TJ. You guys know that TJ said a lot, from calling to be a stupid idiot to calling Kelly Rae a snake and to tagging the Mbadiwe twins and Onyeka Checkers pair an Igbo thing between them, and just making some statements that were kind of tribalistic, right? So Ebuka called him out on it, and he was explaining the Kelly Rae thing. Sorry, when Ebuka talked about the Kelly Rae thing, when Ebuka talked about the Kelly Rae thing, the way Kelly and Cassia turned back in shock, like sorry, like they were not expecting it at all.
Calling Kelly Rae a snake. You said so before she was an idiot. How did you jump to those conclusions?
See their expression. See their facial expression. Let me go back to it. She was shocked. Like Kelly was shocked. When you feel like yourself and somebody, you guys are good, and then you hear that kind of thing, you're like, where's this coming from? So that was the reaction that they gave. They're like, where's this coming from? Like this person, I hold this person in high regard, and this is what is being said. After the live eviction show, they went to have a conversation, and Kelly was trying to understand where TJ was coming from. So TJ was saying there are some comments that were made that he felt some type of way, this and that. And Kelly was just trying to make peace and was explaining himself to TJ. In my mind, I was like, it's TJ that called you snake. He's the one that's supposed to be apologizing and stuff. But they have an understanding. They've literally sorted it out, to be honest. And then the Igbo remark is what he was addressing here. Let me just
is actually because they were very
let me pull that up and make this big.
they're having a suspicion because they were very close to the Guineas actually, and sort of their closest alliances in the house are from the Igbo tribe. It was something I was
To do with anything.
well, they're close to us as well.
You see how weird that is?
Ebuka had to keep asking him, do you see how weird that is? Like, you didn't have to bring that up. So in a way, in a small way, I do understand where he was coming from, trying to say that this is what bonds, this is where their bond is coming from. Like being from the same place, sometimes you regard the person as your brother, and you're like, oh, that's where the closeness is coming from. But he just kept going on and on about it, even attached Nelly to the whole thing. That, oh, that one too naibo. So you know how it's the way you say it, is how you say it, almost like there's pain or like that kind of thing. I think that's what made it sound somehow. But he was just strategizing and trying to see how he can navigate in the house. But it's good that Ibuka addressed it so that when he's talking next time, he leaves tribe out of it and just address the situation. Yeah. So it was at this point that they now did the locking the custodian thing. So for the custodian box, what it had in it was save only, right? So they could only save the pairs that were up for possible. The pairs that were in the bottom four were Streeze, Radicals, Flourish, and Better as Ben and TJ. So those were the four pairs. And then because the custodian box had save only, the twins saved the better pair. And it was now remaining Radicals, Flourish, and Streeze. And that is how they went in, did their voting. Streeze happened to have been the ones with one of the most votes. So they were the first pair to be evicted from the Big Brother Niger house today. And it was just like quite expected in a way, Sha. Hold on, let me just make this big and play.
The next pair to be evicted from the Big Brother Niger No Lose God house is Streeze.
You have 10 seconds to leave.
It's the way they sat down for me. When I saw them sitting down at this point, I was like, oh, energy, like maintain that energy. It makes sense to not go hug them because you guys are not in good terms. So this particular attitude was very fine. Like, sit down, it's giving, we're not talking, I'm not going to fake it or anything, just sit down and just be there. And I expected them to keep the same energy with Flourish, like just sit down. You're going home now, carry yourself and go. I didn't expect them to like go at them and be saying, oh, you'll be watching me from home, this and that, and doing all that. Like eviction has a lot already, so adding that to it wasn't necessary in my opinion. Like it's a high level of petty, but sitting down would have still been petty. Like okay, go home and stuff. So but that's how they reacted. To me it was not necessary, but it is what it is. When they came in to call, in fact, let me play the part where Toby said that he likes Cassia, and if anything works outside, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I was like, oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know what's up. He doesn't know what's going on with Cassia. But yeah.
I like Cassia, but then I can't really say. She didn't really give me an answer, so I'm just going to see how it goes outside. If she comes outside, if it works out, no.
I think that Ebuka at this point was itching to tell him, Cassia is married, Cassia is married, Cassia is married. But he just had to hold himself because there's a more interesting time for him to reveal that, and that's when he's doing his interview with them. So I think that's why he just held himself. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you the real situation with these people later. Because at this point, it was just like, oh, Toby. But when he goes out, Sha, so many people are out there. So I don't think that's much of an issue, Sha. But it's good that when he comes out, he would find out, right? So it was at this point they now revealed that the custodian thing is over. There's no more custodian. There's no custodian power again. The housemates are now free to do nominations the way it has always been. Just with the normal nomination process, that's how they are going to do it in the house. And the head of house now has the power that they used to have normally. So the head of house still has the power to, they have the immunity, but they don't have the power like the custodians, like to evict or save or anything. So everything is just back to normal, the way Big Brother house is. The head of house has the power, the nomination normal. Those that are in bottom will now be up for possible evictions and normal evictions. That's how it is, going to be from now on. And this was now the point where the evicted Flourish. The evicted Flourish.
Flourish.
Yes. Yes. Pooh, 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 pooh. Fuck off, you watch me from home, bitch. Pooh, pooh. Shut the fuck up.
Rhuthee. The other thing I like is when they do that Rhuthee. But yeah, somebody said it was the audience, but because he did not react to Toby, I would have gasped hearing him say that. To be honest, I felt like the audience was going to like react, but maybe they already know. Like I think they get briefing before the show starts. Like you guys have to calm down, relax, don't you know. I believe they get briefing before it starts because somebody would have shouted from the audience, she's married, though, that kind of thing. But nobody said anything. I was like, okay, I guess these people are just very calm and they did not want to react. Right. So when she came out, Ibuka just asked her a question about like he asked her a question about how she's feeling. She was like she's still trying to process everything. And then for Flourish and Flo, DJ Flo said that, even though she said if they go today it's fine, that everybody wants to stay to the end, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me see if I have that particular clip of her responding to Ibuka. Yeah, this is when they came out of the house. Let me bring that clip out. The whole thing was really, really crazy, Sha. But yeah, let me expand this.
I really cannot say anything because it's been mentally like it's a lot. It's been a lot, so I really don't know what to say.
Fair enough.
I mean, the plan is always to stay till the end, but at the end of the day, I'm grateful for how far I have come.
So that's what exactly we had the live eviction show. What do you guys think about everything? Um this is the I don't know. I'll just say everything just played out in a very strange way. I first of all do not expect this to be a double eviction, and I actually do wish that Big Brother had kept Rhuthee in the house for the drama, just for the drama, because I know drama would have continued, and that's good for content in a way. That's good for content. That's good for and also I believe that Rhuthee got a few people on her side from last night's fight, so the dynamics would have definitely changed. Her pair would have been strengthened. They would have gained more strength in the house. So I wanted to see that play out in the house, not this after everything just go home like that. No, I wanted her to be in the house. Let's now see how everything will play out. But it is what it is. She has been evicted, and by tomorrow we'll see how the housemates voted. I feel like maybe they had the most votes because some of the housemates did not like the way she reacted yesterday. But we outside were just having fun with it, and we did understand where her outburst was coming from. So for the voting polls, we had mm, let's look at the percentages. Beta 7.06, Radical 6.34, Flourish 6.25, and Streeze 5.6. They have been saved several times. That's the Radicals. The Radicals have been saved multiple times at this point, but it's fine. It's fine. It's just at this point in the house, it makes sense to have alliances that will help you. So that's what has saved them. Let me just read a few comments, and we can now end the live stream. I said, I've been oh, this is a response to another comment. Zianda said Rhuthee was holding back her tears. Those two really messed her mind up this week. They were on to her this week, to be honest. That's why that fight was a bit justified, because for some reason they were just onto her. Said because Rhuthee had been provoking Nelly just as the twins were provoking her, but Nelly no send her. Has she really been provoking Nelly? It's not direct provocation. When someone is saying something to your face, it's like a direct provocation, like somebody just saying certain things. It's like, and then the whole thing with Mayo. So I don't think it's the same though, but yeah. So I said, what was Ebuka's question to TJ about Kelly Rae, please? TJ called Kelly Rae a snake. So Ebuka just said that, and then TJ was explaining why. He said he heard the comments, and that's what made him feel like Kelly Rae is like double-sided or two-sided and stuff, which he clarified later. Said the fight was timely, voting don't finish. Brucey reacted to the twins' provocation. So to me, she's like the twins. Um The twins will kiss Ruthie's ass when they come out. Okay, said yes, she has been provoking Nelly. Okay, and forgive better. Who? We or I don't have issues with any housemate too. I don't watch this show with that kind of emotion to like dislike or like any housemates. Over time, I've grown to the extent of like I don't know, drowning out certain things that happen with the housemates, so it doesn't stress me out like that. I just watch with cruise mindset. That's why most times I come and just give you guys updates, and I don't deep anything like that. So yeah, people can insult and blame the twins, but if it was Ruthie that had the custodian, she would have done the same or even worse. But she doesn't have it, and we don't know, and she didn't do it. So the person that's doing it is who we're going to attend to at this point. I don't like what the twins did for real. Mia will go home to see that his love. Ruthie said she's just using him. Anita, watch now. TJ clean up his mess. They just had a family meeting. Okay, I think this is where I'm going to leave you guys now. Let me go and see what's happening and gather more gist for tomorrow. Objectively. Sorry, Ruthie. Okay, so guys, that's it for this video. Please give this video a thumbs up. We have over 450 people on the live stream. Please, I think you have to close the comments and you see where you can do the thumbs up. Just close the comments and thumbs up before you leave. Thanks for watching and bye. Kisses and live stream.